Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Inquisitive Finance. Today, I'm very excited to make this video because this is something that I've been wanting to do for a very long time. Now, I know for maybe some of you watching out there, accomplishing a 30-day challenge on YouTube might not seem like a lot, but for me, it is a big thing. And you'll see as I start talking in this video why it is. Now, accomplishing any sort of challenge that you set your mind to is a difficult thing to do, right? Humans are very used to just not changing. We're very used to just coming home, maybe doing what we always do, being happy with the things that we do, and we don't really like change. If it's something new, it's a challenge, or we have to go out of a routine. I'm sure you can think of your own life and think of areas that you've tried to improve on that are just plain out hard, whether it be maybe eating better, going to the gym, improving your life in some way. Maybe you want to start walking more or something like that. Or maybe like me, doing a YouTube channel. It's not an easy thing to do. You really have to discipline yourself and make sure that you're doing the thing day in and day out, especially on the days that you don't want to do it. And I would say those days especially are even the more important ones. So I'm just very happy today to report that I have uploaded now 30 videos as part of my 30-day challenge. I believed I was going to get here, but looking back at that first day, for me, it just seemed so far away. And I'm like, I really hope this doesn't turn into another one of those times where I get super excited about it and then I just stop doing it for whatever reason because life gets in the way, or I'm not home, or just a multitude of reasons, right? We're always quick to find reasons why we couldn't do the thing, and then we justify it by saying, oh, it's okay, and then we just don't do it and keep living our lives. But this time I really wanted to do something different. So without further ado, in the same way that I do all my other videos, I have my Notion template here with a couple of notes that I'd like to go through, and let's go ahead and get started. So this first section here is called history. Now, I think I actually called this whole thing history, but in reality, focus on these bullet points. So how long have I been on YouTube? So it's not a consecutive amount of time, okay? But I do remember making some of my first YouTube videos ever, which we can watch them now. So let's go over here and let's see if we can find some of them. So Rafael Negron, my handle here is called Rolf SGD. Now, this is a video, for example, that I made 17 years ago. Okay, so I was 15 years old. Can you believe that? 15 years old me was making some of these videos, and you can see some of the first videos I made were things about like Guitar Hero 2, full combo, 100% 5-star glitch, Tony Hawk Project 8 achievement glitch, Dog and Truck, Kingdom Hearts Sephiroth video. So I, like so many other people of that time, was just making video on video games, commentary on video games, little glitches or random things in my life. Back then, YouTube was entirely different than what it is today. But that's how I started. And some of these videos, going back, this video has been uploaded for 17 years, but it got 9,200 views. This one got 9,000 views. This one got 8.5, right? 8,500 views. So that was pretty cool. And even little videos like Mount Vale Item from some Final Fantasy game, this one got 1.5K views. I didn't think any of that would have gotten so many views, just a random video. I did a lot of skateboarding videos earlier on. I was very into skateboarding in my teens, and I kind of wish I would have kept a lot of those videos because that's just good memories to have, right? But I did this thing, and this kind of happened to me at every stage of my YouTube journey where I would make a channel, upload videos, get super excited about it, and then I would delete the channel because I almost felt like the only way for me to get better was to start fresh. I always was like a perfectionist in that way, maybe a little bit OCD, and my brother would kind of make fun of me like, oh, here he goes again, create another channel. But I still send my brother to these, to this day, the videos I make, and sometimes I'm a little embarrassed because I'm like, I know, I'm 32 years old and I'm still doing the same thing, creating brand new channels, so on and so forth, and just going from there. And even if we look, at my current channel now, I started this channel actually like a year ago, right? 1 year ago. Now, before I get too ahead of myself, I just kind of want to talk about, let's think about how many attempts I've tried, right? I'm not going to go through all the different YouTube channels that I created here, but I went through a variety of different sort of niches, right? One of the ones that I always kept coming back to time and time again because I enjoy walking so much was I thought it'd be cool to film my walks and talk, but I literally strapped a GoPro to myself and would walk with like the chest mounted GoPro for like an hour, and I would have this video of me just walking, and it wouldn't really be that interesting, right? Because you can't just watch 1 hour videos of this person just walking around their neighborhood. And I would just try to find as much as I could to talk about, but oftentimes it was just silent. And I truly thought that would kind of take off, but it wouldn't. Let me see if I can find it here. Task with me. Here it is. Yep, so Task with Me was me literally just, oh, here we go. Let's show the clip here. Task with Me was a channel that I had, and I would just do different things. I started off just by doing running, and my thing was like, oh, I'll just record myself doing tasks, different tasks over a period of time, and maybe that will take off. But yeah, I haven't seen these videos in so long, but let me see how they are. So you can see like me random walks. Let's see this one, virtual walk with me. This was during COVID, so I think maybe it kind of did help because during COVID, like I was just like stuck at home all the time. So it was kind of cool to make these videos during that time because I felt like, oh, I'm doing YouTube, I'm walking, it's kind of fun, it's just different. But again, just me walking around talking probably wasn't gonna do so hot, right? But eventually I landed on the channel that I have now. Okay, so fast forward a lot, I'm in this channel that I have now. One of, I believe, my core strengths in general, I feel like I have pretty good people skills and I have a very positive mindset. So I thought I would make a YouTube channel sort of related to that, about teaching people how to think positively, how to turn negative things, how to use that energy into something positive, how to have the right mindset, and then sort of that transition into some career, focus things. So if we look at some of the titles of these videos, like, oh, do something different, that's just my channel introduction, right? Like, I'm gonna try and do something different. This Say Their Name video was about saying people's name when you greet them and remembering their name and bringing it up in conversation. Don't bite more than you can chew, which that was my third video and I had 160 views at the time and I was like very excited about that. Then I had some other ones like ditch criticism, condemnation, and complaints, simple things that improve my life, started talking about some books, but all in all, like I was making very random videos. And then I kind of started talking a little bit about workplace videos. So your job doesn't define you, success on your own terms, want to get ahead. My SVP shared these tips, engineering wisdom, ways to get promoted in your career. So a lot of workplace oriented things. And then later on, again, kind of random, not doing a lot of, there wasn't really like a niche, I was just kind of making random videos. And especially when I started kind of going back into this channel, like let's go here to a month ago. I made this video, Your Reality is Your Mindset. And all the videos after this were very random. Like I had no niche. I wasn't really planning anything. The reason I was filming the videos in my car was because I thought, well, it's just easy for me to riff, like a stream of consciousness, just talk. So I talked about mistakes, confessions of a hypochondriac. And then the first finance video that I made was 6 investing lessons I wish I learned earlier. Okay, so let's say the beginning of this challenge happened on why mistakes are key to progress. Or I'm sorry, I think it's either Your Reality is Your Mindset or Why Mistakes Are Key to Progress. And then this investing one was my first finance video. And then I talked about DRIP, so dividend reinvestment plan. That was pretty cool. And then I felt like one morning I woke up and I'm like, why don't I try to talk about finance? So here we can see how many attempts have I tried. Why did they fail? Again, lack of consistency and discipline earlier on. I had a little bit of an uninteresting niche and or topic despite believing it was right. This I feel like is so important. Again, even though I thought those walking videos could be cool, especially during a time like COVID, just because I thought it was good, it's not really what the audience wanted, okay? So I finally landed on this finance niche that I'm exploring now, and it's been a lot of fun because at the end of the day, it's a topic that I'm interested in. It's something that I want to learn more about, and I thought that instead of coming to the audience as like a guru or an expert, which a lot of you is a lot of what you see in finance, I thought it'd be cool to sort of take you through my journey of learning these things and talking to you all alongside me. So moving on more in this checklist here. So what have I learned? Okay, so wow, I'm like having a hard time talking today. Iterations matter a lot, not necessarily the hours put in. So the whole point of the 30-day challenge was really an exercise in consistency and getting that quantity out there, right? Just getting to make the video, going through the process of doing it, because in previous attempts, I had like a studio light, I had a green screen, I had all these things in my room, and then coming home after work and having to record the video and edit it, that was like way too much. So I said, instead of worrying on so much of that right now, post-production, let me just upload videos and get them out there and get used to uploading videos on YouTube and actually putting something out there that people might want to see. Okay, so iterations matter a lot, not necessarily the hours that you put in. Just make sure you're constantly uploading, especially if you're new. I think it's important to get in the habit of doing that. Obviously, there's exceptions. Some people have like 1 or 2 videos that really take off. I think for the majority of YouTube content creators, they're going to maybe experience something more like me, where I'm just constantly putting out videos. Some of them might get in the hundreds of views, others might get literally in single digits, but the point is that you just keep going, okay? And also be adaptable. So I started off with the finance car videos, which I thought were cool, but over time, I was like, okay, one, these videos are random, And the car thing is cool, but as I started focusing more on my niche, I realized that I need some research. That's why I started pulling that notepad out. If you guys remember in some of those earlier finance videos, I had a notepad because now I couldn't like drive and just talk. I had to research some things. And then I thought to myself, well, let me take it one step further and just record in my room with the OBS software, with the microphone, and I can at least show on the screen things I'm talking about. I thought in that way I'd be able to engage more with the audience, and I think so far it's working out way better than just the car videos themselves. Okay, and then also, other things that I learned too is just like experimentation with thumbnails. So I kind of wish that I would have shown you some of my older thumbnails, but if you look at some of these old ones here, you can see that they're just like still images of me in my car. And then I started kind of messing around with some text and some little icons. You can see some of these are like brighter. They have different type of temperature and contrast, saturation. I do all these in Canva. I'll talk about a little bit of tooling a little bit later. But I started messing around with this until I sort of found a Canva template I really liked, which is this Learn to Focus one. And I thought it just looked cool and interesting. You can see in some other videos I kept kind of messing around with it, like this one here with the coins and small cuts and big gains, the emergency fund one, which I thought was pretty cool. This tax smart investing, which to date is my most popular video. So a lot of different things went into these thumbnails until I finally just kind of settled into one. I'm not sure if this will be like the final style that I adopt, but it's certainly one that's easy to do. I think, you know, in general, like I'm getting more views now than I've ever, like I look at my numbers now and I'm just like, this is crazy. By the way, we'll cover all these numbers at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that if you want to see the actual stats of everything that YouTube has done for me. So seeing some of these numbers, I'm like so excited because I promise you, this just never happened to me in the past. So even getting to this point is already something I'm so happy about. So yeah, just experimenting with thumbnails and being adaptable and just trying out new things, because at the end of the day, if you're a new content creator, like no one really knows who you are and you might as well just have fun with it. I think having fun with YouTube is very important. So make sure you're doing that. Don't get too caught up in like the views or anything. Just have a good time, because I think it's supposed to be like a creative outlet, and that's what it should feel like. Okay, so what have I learned not to do? Okay, not advertising, and don't subscriber farm or follower farm. I think both of these kind of fall into the same category, but I personally have tried doing things like posting a lot in relevant like subreddits or trying to like really get followers, and all that's done is created fake subscribers, let's say. Like you see the number go up, but no one's really actually passionate about your videos. Let me see if I can actually show you another channel that I created a while ago. So some of you may know, but I'm actually I'm a software engineer. It's my day job. And I did try and create a, let's say, software engineering channel, right? Software stuff. Same picture, well, not same picture, but same person, right? It's me. And I had all these videos of me coding on this platform called LeetCode. So LeetCode is like a technical interviewing preparation platform where you can just practice coding. And I made a ton of these videos. Like I used to stream myself doing LeetCode. It was pretty fun. I was getting some views here and there, but man, I just wasn't really like in love with it. Like I love my job. I love the people I work with. I love what I do, but I always felt like when I come home, I should try to explore other aspects of my life just to like diversify a bit. So I think the finance fits really well into that because it's something I'm interested in, and it kind of lets me use a different part of my brain than I do at my normal day job. So I thought that was pretty interesting. But in this one, you can see like, oh man, he's almost halfway to 1,000 subscribers. But the reality is, I feel like these subscribers were like fake. Like even though I was making all these videos, I would only get, if I got any comments, it was from the same people all the time. No like unique viewers. So it was all just because I was advertising and really, really like trying to squeeze every subscriber I can get and just go on all these different websites, and it's just not fun. Like I think it should come organically. Like on my channel, I haven't done any advertising. So everyone that has commented and watched has been all organic, and that feels way more meaningful. Like I'd rather have 10 people that are organic than like 100 that are fake, because at least those people really went to your channel and clicked on subscribe because they care about the content. So just something that maybe you want to think about if you're starting a channel of your own. Okay, let's talk about some tools that I use, right? So ChatGPT is a huge tool that I use, and let me talk about this, right? So before, and it's funny because being in software, like I hear a lot about AI, and we're even being pushed in our jobs to lean into AI. I feel like I was kind of late to it, where in the beginning I still want to do things manually, but the more I learned about it, the more I leaned into it, the more I realized that AI is probably here to stay, and you might as well learn to use the tools that you have at your disposal, okay? AI is not a way to cheat. It's not a way to do anything it's not a way to be like inauthentic, right? I think that using these tools is beneficial because you can do things like brainstorm with it. Like, let's say I have an idea for a video, I have a couple of resources that I want, and ChatGPT can do a really good job at helping me synthesize some of these articles, right? Sort of pinpoint where there's the similarities or things that I can talk about, or help me expand on some of my own knowledge. Like if I have a question, I can talk to it. I can learn more deeply about the articles talking about. And in general, I just think it helps me learn about the topic at hand much faster. So for me, there's no reason that I should spend so much more time doing it manually when I can use a tool like ChatGPT to help. So I think if you use it the right way, right, ask it the questions that you need help with, use it as a brainstorming tool, use it as an assistant, right? I think in that way you can just come up with your scripts faster. You can have good information, always fact check the information, but it's just a way to kind of speed up the process, right? And I think sometimes if you get too bogged down in the process, you're going to get away from the important thing, which is just making the video. So that's one tool I'll use. Another tool I'll use is Grammarly for grammar checks and proofreading. I think Grammarly is phenomenal. I've been a pro subscriber for like 2+ years. Grammar's never been my strong suit, so for me it's awesome. I use it to proofread my video descriptions or any other long form text I have. And I always come up with the text first on my own. And I let Grammarly sort of give me suggestions, like you can improve on this, maybe you rewrite this so it sounds more meaningful, so on and so forth. Again, if the source material is you, if you are writing it for the first time and just asking these tools to help you spice it up a bit, I don't see anything wrong with that because originally it came from you. These tools are just helping you better connect with your audience. And finally, of course, I'm surprised I didn't put this one here, is Canva. So I do have a pro Canva account, and you can see here I have like a ton of my different thumbnails and a ton of things I do just for practice. So I think Canva Pro is great. You can honestly create an account, just sign up for the pro trial, and then just cancel before they charge you if you really want to, and just keep using new emails. Don't tell anyone else I told you that. But I just pay for it because $15 a month, and my wife also loves it. So I think for both of us, it makes sense. And it's been a great tool. And I think for someone that's like, I don't have a team, everything is me, this is a low cost way for me to make way better thumbnails than trying to use a tool like Photoshop, which I think is too technical. Maybe at some point, if I grow the channel enough that I want to go in that direction, I can. I used to do things with Photoshop when I was younger, so it stands to reason that I could probably learn again and maybe make something, let's say, better. But Canva gets the job done really well. And I just think, honestly, you should invest into it if you want to or need to. Okay, now finally, for the best part, probably the part that everyone watching right now is waiting for, okay? And I'll have timestamps here, so if you just want to skip everything, you can definitely just come to this part. So let's look at the stats. These are stats I haven't even looked at in a long time, but I just want to show you exactly what I have been able to accomplish since I have started. So I'm gonna I have to move away from the screen because the phone is blocking the screen here. So I'm gonna do custom and start from the day that I started this challenge, which is September 15th. We're gonna go until today, so it doesn't include tomorrow when I get this video. But here it is. These are my analytics, just real time, right here in front of you for everyone to see. So in the selected period, your channel got 2,246 views, 2.2K views, total watch hours of 128.4, and 27 subscribers, which I'm here to tell you, honest to God, I have never seen stats like this in my life, okay? Every single YouTube channel I have made, I have never gotten this far, and that's just with 30 days of work. Okay, imagine what you can accomplish in 60 days, 90 days, a year, 2 years, 5 years. Think about all your biggest YouTube, fans or biggest YouTube creators that you follow. This is exactly where they started. It's always good to know that a lot of your favorite creators started exactly where I am now. Mr. Beast made a post like a couple of weeks ago saying how like in his first 2 years, he maybe got like a couple thousand subscribers, not even breaking 10. And I know that sounds like a lot, but just relative to where he is now, it takes everyone work. The majority of people will have to work at this. There are exceptions, but don't worry about what those people are doing. If someone posts a video, they get 1 million views, that's awesome. Let them appreciate that. Let them enjoy that, but you're on a different path. Don't worry about what anyone else is doing. Just focus on yourself, and you will see the progress if you keep going. So again, let's look at the stats, right? 2.2K views, 128.4 watch hours, and 27 subscribers. And I'm going to keep going. It's not going to stop. Okay, some videos do really good. Like for example, let me see, like some of the videos that I just made recently, if I go to content, if I go to content here, I have some videos that I recently posted that only have 12 views. But then other videos that I posted, they get up to like 184, right? So it's really, it's just everything is different. Some videos I think will automatically take off, others won't. It just depends on, I guess, what's trending, what you're talking about, how good can you relate to the audience. So a lot of things going on here. My hope I hope that at least, let's say, like if by the end of the year I can get to 150 subscribers, I think that'd be like an awesome goal, and it's one that I'm going to shoot for. And if not, you know what's going to happen? Nothing. I'm going to keep going, because that's the point. I've made it past 30 days. I'm going to keep going, except with a little bit of a different schedule. So I hope this at least gives you all a little bit of insights into the analytics. And now let's go into some other parts of the video. So what is it that I want to work on moving forward? So moving forward, everything that I've done so far right now, remember, this exercise was an exercise in consistency. Now that I have the consistency down, I want to spread the videos out a little bit more. So my upload schedule will probably move now to Monday, Wednesday, Friday instead of every day. And this will give me a little bit more time to research, a little bit more time to put my notes together, and hopefully increase the production value of my videos. I'm still not sure if I'm going to go too crazy on the editing, because to be honest, I want to be like a very authentic channel. I just want people to be able to come here and just read, or rather hear about what it is that I'm learning, and hopefully take something away from it. The presentation of it, I'd rather show you like the raw materials and the resources I'm using, the notes I've taken, instead of just making it like something so entertaining that you can watch, if that makes any sense. So the scheduling will change. I'm probably hoping on working on shortening the videos. I mean, this video now is going up to 21 minutes. I love to talk, honestly, and it's just like, let's say, a problem. But I'm going to try shortening the videos, and I will also try to improve my thumbnails. I think right now, maybe they're a little bland. Maybe I can spruce them up a bit. If anyone out there has any ideas for me, please let me know. Happy to hear it. Happy to take on any criticisms anyone has, because I just want to grow, and I know that's the best way to grow. Okay, and what's next? So, I mean, literally just what I said, 3 videos a week, see how it pans out. And this will give me the ability to do more research. So with all that being said, we've talked a lot, right? YouTube has done so much for me in these 30 days. It's just allowed for me to develop a new habit, stay consistent with something. I now have this new creative outlet that's a lot of fun. And I've already gone over what I'm going to do from here on out. So if you're a new content creator or a seasoned content creator, let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any questions about my history or my journey, other things that maybe I didn't cover here. Ask away in the comments. I'll be more than happy to answer them. If you have questions about the analytics, or I don't know, my setup, the microphone, how I film, all that good stuff, I will gladly respond in the comments. So please reach out. Subscribe if you like the content. If you like finance stuff, also subscribe for that. We'll be doing more videos this week. I will be releasing one on Wednesday, and then the next one will be for Friday. So you all stay tuned for that. And I think that's it. Just again, thank you to everyone who's commented and viewed. I'm really happy to finally be in a place where I can do this. And I can't wait to see where the next, let's say, I don't know, 6 months goes. Maybe I'll do another one of these videos in 6 months. So that would be, we're in October, so maybe looking at April. And in April is my birthday, so let's do that. Even though I started in September, right? So maybe in March, we'll do a 6-month update, and we'll see how that goes. So as always, with all that being said, I hope you all have a great day. And I'll see you all next time. And I'll see you all for another update like this in 6 months. Take it easy, guys. Later.